talking about this. We're going to talk about how to attract high quality buyers and sellers by making the right offer. You know, when I first got into real estate, I thought, if I'm a hardworking agent, I really care about my clients, I do a good job, that should be enough. I'm not suggesting that you should not be all those things, but there are a lot of hardworking, ethical, great agents out there that are struggling because they don't have a great offer. So it's all about the offer. This is what we're going to talk about today. What are the best offers to make buyers and sellers so they see you as something different and better, and they choose to do business with you versus all other options? This is how I became the #1 RE/MAX agent, #1 in the world for RE/MAX within 3 years of having my real estate license. The first year I struggled. I was doing what everyone else was doing. I was making the same offers, the same boring offers, doing the same things that I was struggling. I'm going to show you today how I turned everything around, and within 36 months was named the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world. So get ready to take notes. If you haven't already checked in, please do check in. Let me know the city and state, or if you're in Canada, the city and province that you operate in, because I got a giveaway here for you today. Everything that we talk about today is going to be offered to you in a free report on how to attract high quality buyers and sellers. I'm going to give it away. All you have to do is type in your email into the comments below, and someone on my team will get out the how to do this information to you absolutely free of charge. Why would I do that? Easiest way for me to convince you that I'm the person for you is just to start helping you right away. So I hope you find this very informative and helpful today. Do check in. Let us know that you're here with us. So when I first got into real estate, just like you, the natural thing we do is we look around at what all the other real estate agents are doing, right? Cold calling, door knocking, buying leads, sitting in open houses. And that's what I did. It's the natural, normal thing to do. What happens is, when we're copying everyone else, we're making the same offer as everybody else. And the same offer sounds like this. You say to the buyer, would you like me to email you daily updates of all the homes on the MLS? And what the buyer hears is that's the same offer as the other agents. The buyer also knows they can access that information themselves by going on the internet. So it's not a great offer to make, right? What do we say to sellers? Would you like a free home evaluation? Again, they can go to Zillow or Redfin or 18 different websites, plug in their address, and find out what their house is worth. So if you've been doing that, if you've been making a plain, vanilla, ordinary offer, we're going to improve that today. Now, I want you to think about what I said earlier. I became the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world within 36 months of having my license. So it can't be because, oh, I knew a lot of people. I've been in real estate for 20 years. I had a big sphere of influence. I was the most experienced or the most skilled. None of that. I knew nothing about marketing. I'd never sold anything in my life before I got into real estate. What I became is a really good marketer. I convinced my marketplace that I was the #1 agent to call. And that's what we want to talk about today. The new call to action is you getting the buyers and sellers to call you, not you chasing them, not you calling them. People aren't picking up the phone. How many of you would agree? Let me know in the comments if you're having a hard time getting buyer and seller prospects to answer the phone. That is a massive behavioral change. You know, 10 years ago, call people, they actually answer the phone. It is depressing having to call 20 or 30 or 50 people to get someone to pick up the phone. The problem with doing what they teach you to do is you're poorly positioned. You're positioned as an unwanted pest. Okay, you're positioned as an unwanted pest. I want to show you how to get the buyers and sellers calling you by making the right offer. Here's what's different. You will be repositioned from an annoying pest to the most welcome guest, because you're offering them what they want. What you're offering, they can't get anywhere else. They can't get it on the internet. They can't get it from other real estate agents, and they will come to you. Now, when they come to you, how many of you would agree, if buyers and sellers were calling you, quality buyers and sellers, because the only people are going to call you are people that actually really want to do something. The people you're calling, the Zillow leads, They're telling you, why are you calling? I don't know why you're calling. I have no plans on moving. What's different about the people that call you is they're real buyers and sellers. Otherwise, they wouldn't call you, right? That's why they're calling you. They're real buyers and sellers, and they want your offer. You see, what we're going to offer buyers and sellers is only an offer that real buyers and sellers would be interested in. Okay, so we've talked about the plain, vanilla, everyday, ordinary buyer offer. Would you like me to email you the houses that match your criteria? That's called the internet. What are you going to do instead? What if you said, in addition to emailing you the homes that are publicly available on the internet, or the same listings all the other agents can get you, in addition to sending you that, I also can get you access to the best deals. The best deals don't even make it to the open public. The best deals are unlisted, off-market, distress sales, bank foreclosures, company-owned properties. If you could say that, if you knew how to deliver on that promise, let me know in the comments below if you think more buyers would want what you're offering versus saying, I can email you the houses that are on the internet, or I can email you the houses that are on MLS. I know you don't know how to do that, but we're going to talk about how do we do this? Sure, Craig, that sounds like a great idea, but how do I find unlisted properties? Isn't that a pocket listing? Wouldn't I get in trouble? Are you suggesting, Craig, that I list a house and not submit it to the MLS? No, not at all. These are homes that are not listed. You're not listing it. You're not hiding it from the MLS. Where do I find the bank foreclosures? Where do I find out about company-owned properties? Where do I find out about distress sales? Those are the questions you should be interested in. Not why it won't work. You should be interested in, well, how do I get it to work? How do I teach me how to do this, Craig? Now you've got an offer, okay? Now the other thing we can do for buyers is we can guarantee certain levels of performance. Because here's another thing that the ordinary real estate agent is famous for, making weak guarantees or promises. They'll say things to the buyer like, oh, I'm a great negotiator. I guarantee I'll negotiate the best price. We're not going to do that. We're going to say, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, if you choose to work with us, we're going to give you our $5,000 cash savings guarantee. Oh, well, how does that work, Craig? Well, when you buy a home using our services, we're such great negotiators. We guarantee in writing that we're going to save you at least $5,000 off the asking price, okay? Or we'll deduct $1,000 off my commission. Now, in your marketplace, if you sell more expensive homes, it might have to be a $10,000 cash savings. If you're in the Midwest and homes aren't as expensive, you might offer a $3,000 cash savings. But the fact that you're willing to put that guarantee in writing, right? It's not verbal, it's in writing. You hand that to the buyer and you say, we're going to give you a cash guarantee. We're such great negotiators. We're going to put our money where our mouth is. We guarantee to save you X amount of dollars off the asking price, or we'll deduct $1,000 off our commission on closing. How about this? Our buyer satisfaction guarantee. You know, a lot of real estate agents just want to sell you a house. We, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, want to sell you the right home, the perfect home for you. If you buy a home using our services, you're going to benefit from our love it or leave it guarantee. Well, how does that work, Craig? Any home that you buy using our services comes with an 18-month guarantee. If you don't love the house, you change your mind or whatever, for whatever reason, you call us and we'll sell your house for free, provided you buy your next home through us. Which is easy, right? You just waive the listing commission. They're going to buy another home. Now, hardly anyone in 30 years has ever called me to take advantage of that, but it makes the buyer feel secure. You're basically giving them a satisfaction guarantee, right? That we actually care about finding you the right house. And for whatever reason, you know, you don't know your neighbors. Maybe you move into the house, you don't like it. We have an 18-month guarantee. These are the kind of offers I started to make. Now, I go from being a nobody real estate agent. Nobody knew who I was. Nobody cared about me. Everybody counted me out in year number one. I was failing, and I started to do things differently. I looked at what the other agents are doing. I started to change up my marketing, and I go from a nobody to people calling me every single day saying, I want to buy a house. I want to sell a house. Let's look at some of the things I did for sellers. Every other agent is saying, would you like a free market evaluation? Do you want a CMA? They don't even know what a CMA is. What's a CMA? Well, it's a competitive market analysis. Why don't you just say that? How about we do this instead? You know how all your competitors are saying you want to know what your house is worth? You want a free CMA. If you make the same offer as everybody else, I promise you, you'll just blend in with everyone else. Plus, how many of you would agree? Let me know in comments. What do home sellers do if they want to know what their house is worth? They go to Zillow, they go to Redfin, they go to Realtor. And by the way, what price does the seller believe in? If they go to 3 different websites, what do they think their house is worth? Whatever website tells them the highest price. Don't do that. Here's what I want you to do. How many of you, if you were at a seller's home, okay, they want to sell their home, how many of you would go through a net sheet with the seller? Right, you go through a net sheet. You'd say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, once you pay off your mortgage, here's the penalties, here's the real estate fee, legal fees, whatever. And this number here, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, is the most important number. This is what you're going to net in your pocket after all the associated fees with selling your home. How many of you already do that? Why don't we talk about that up front to get more appointments? Why don't we say, hey, not only can I tell you what your home is worth, I can also go through a net sheet so you can discover the most important number for you is what you're going to net in your pocket after all the associated home selling fees. That's the offer you want to make. Now, do you want to hear how to make it better? Watch this. Here's another thing that we do. When you and I are at the house, okay, we sit down, put our briefcase down, whatever. What's the first thing we do? We go look at the house. Now, if they're going to hire us, how many of you, I shouldn't speak for you, but how many of you, after you do the walkthrough in the house and they want to hire you, how many of you would give them suggestions? You would give them advice on inexpensive things that they could do to prepare their home for sale, inexpensive things that they could do to sell their home for more money, right? They could clean the carpet. They could maybe neutralize, paint some of the walls, move the furniture around, doing landscape. Let me know in comments if you're pretty good at that. It's something you do after you meet with the homeowner. You do it and you're good at it, right? Why don't we flip it around, folks? These are all things that you do anyway when you're at their house. Let's back up the bus and make this part of your seller offer to get into more houses. Make sense? So instead of saying, would you like a free market evaluation? You're not saying that. You're saying, would you like to know what you're going to net in your pocket after all the associated expenses? It's the most important number, what you're actually going to net in your pocket after all the expenses. Also, by having a look at your home, I can share with you inexpensive things that you could do and tell you what not to do to prepare your home for sale, to sell it for $5,000 to $10,000 more. It's absolutely free of charge for me to come out and have a look and show you what you're going to actually net in your pocket and show you what you need to do to the house to sell it for the most amount of money, free of charge, no obligation. You're going to get into more doors that way. Is this making sense? We're just taking the stuff that you do anyway, but we're putting it at the front of the bus. We're making our offer better by talking about what you're going to do when you're there, but ahead of time. This will get you in more doors. Guys, this is all I did. Do I look like a genius? I had no sales experience at all. I'll tell you, the advantage I probably had is because I knew nothing about real estate, it just didn't make sense that we meet with the seller and we do all this stuff, but we don't tell the seller ahead of time about all the good stuff we do to get more appointments. So I start doing this, and all of a sudden, people are calling me, right? I'm advertising. Here's what we're going to do. I sound different. What I'm offering sounds better. Then I start making guarantees. I say to the seller, if you list your home at my recommended price, that's the catch. If you can't overprice it, but if you list your home at the price I recommend, if we can agree on the asking price, I guarantee that if you list it at my price, with my marketing, you're going to get an offer in under 30 days, in 30 days or less. Or, and here's the key, there has to be there has to be a consequence, or when your home does sell, I'll reduce my commission by $1,000. Folks, this is what people want. They want guarantees. This guarantee is in writing. It's not just words. You meet with a seller, you make these kind of guarantees, instantly they see how you're different and better than all the other agents that are saying, oh yeah, I guarantee to sell your house fast, or I guarantee to sell it for the most amount of money. Nope, that's just words. Notice when a realtor says, I guarantee I'm going to sell your home fast. Okay, or what? Or it sells slow, or it expires, right? There's no or if. So there has to be a consequence in your marketing. So we show you a little page that explains exactly these guarantees, and you get the sellers and the buyers to sign off on these guarantees. Instantly, more people will call you and they will choose to do business with you. At least this way, you've got an opportunity to earn your full commission. Right? If the seller's like, well, I don't want to pay you X percent, I'll only pay you 3% or 4%. You can say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, give me an opportunity to earn my fee. If we list the home at the price that's recommended, I can give you a guarantee. Now, if you overprice your house, I can't give you this guarantee, but I will give you an upfront guarantee that I will get an offer on your home within 30 days. And if I fail to do that, when your home does sell, I'll deduct $1,000 off my commission. These are called performance guarantees. So this is what I started to implement in year number 2. You heard the story. I go from a failure in real estate in year number 1. Year number 3, I'm the number 1 RE/MAX agent in the world. I sold over 10,000 homes. None of this breaks your bank account. You might be thinking, well, I don't have any money to do this. Start with running these offers for free on Facebook Marketplace. Let's do a few sales together. How about this? The next time you're talking to a buyer or seller on the phone, have better words. If you start using my language and you start to talk about my offers, you make these offers while you're talking on the phone to buyers and sellers, that costs you $0. So let's improve your business and your bottom line by improving the words that come out of your mouth, by having a better offer. In your presentations, when you meet with buyers and sellers, let's offer guarantees. Let's offer things that are different and better than the other real estate agents, so it's a no-brainer. After the seller meets with you, they're like, well, this decision's easy. Right? They only want to list with you. They don't even want to list with the other agents. It doesn't matter what the other agents are charging, whether it's 3%, 5%, 7%. Nobody is offering what you're offering. And this is how we're going to win this business. So it's just making sense. Let me know if you haven't smashed the like button already. Please give me a like, or maybe hit that little heart button. I want to help you guys by sharing with you what I did. Does this make sense? If we operate, if we sound like and we look like and we run around doing the same thing as the other agents, you're going to get your fair share of the business. Now, you're not going to like the stats. Last year, 2023 in the United States, 49%, almost half the agents sold one transaction or less. 49% of the agents, these are not my facts, these are real estate industry stats, 49% of the real estate agents in the United States in 2023 sold either one home or zero. So most agents are failing. You want to know what they're failing? They're doing the same thing as everyone else, the same approach. You know, paradigms, you guys understand what paradigms are. Paradigms is like your belief system, right? They say that paradigms are other people's habits. So starting when we're children, right? What do? We look around at our family, our sisters, our brothers, our parents. We go to school. They tell us this is how life works. We carry that all the way through college, all the jobs you've had, everything they've told you about life and how business works. When you first got into real estate, you looked around at what all the other agents are doing. This forms your paradigm. It's like the glasses that you look at in the world. It's how you see things, right? I want you to see things in a different way. If you keep operating with this old paradigm, I promise you're going to keep getting the same results that you're getting. You know, I've been coaching agents now for 25 years. Agents come to me every day, including millionaire agents, and they get stuck. And they say, Craig, I want to have better results. Well, here's the crazy thing. They want to get better results, but they don't want to change what they're doing. First thing we need to change is your mindset. We need to change your paradigm. We need to change the way you think about real estate, because until we can get you to change the way you think about real estate, you're not going to change what you do. So your thoughts control your actions, and your actions control the results that you get. You're watching me right now because you want better results. So you want to learn from somebody that knows what they're doing. Well, as you found out in the real estate industry, lots of people talking and giving advice, and they've never actually made millions of dollars selling real estate. It's borderline fraud. There are all kinds of fakers, pretenders, and fraudsters giving you advice. Now look, whether I'm your mentor or somebody else, please, I beg of you, find a mentor that actually made millions of dollars selling real estate. Not someone that read about it in a book, not somebody that has zero experience or was a failure in real estate. Some of these coaches have never had a real estate license. Find somebody that you can emulate that's made millions of dollars actually doing the thing that they're teaching you to do. That's what I bring to the table. Now, if you joined us a bit late, I have created, I think it's like a 12-page report on exactly what we're talking about. Okay, how to attract high-quality buyers and sellers by making an offer they cannot resist. If you want this free information from me, it's really good. All you need to do is drop your email address into the comments right now, and my team will get this out. No one's going to call you. No one's going to bother you. See, I don't need to do that because I know how to get people to call me. This is what we're teaching you to do, to make a fantastic offer, to get people to know who you are, to build credibility and trust, to offer things that they really want. And guess what? You'll never make a cold call again. You won't have to sit in open houses. You won't have to do floor time. You won't have to buy garbage leads from Zillow. You won't have to do all that stuff. Learn how to be a marketer. Mentor from learn from somebody that actually knows what they're doing. If you want the report, drop in your email address. Now, the other thing I have for you is some of you have asked for a free breakthrough consultation. It won't be with me, but it'll be with one of my $1 million producers. If someone could type into the comments below, CraigProctorCall.com. So CraigProctorCall.com is a clickable link, and for $0, you can have a free business consultation. Well, what's the catch? Is this some big sales job? Nope. We're going to ask you where you are in your business and what you want to do. What are your obstacles? What are your problems? We will give you for free our advice on how to solve the problems. What would Craig do? If Craig was me, what would he do in this situation? Now, at the end of the consultation, you might think, wow, this is really good stuff. This blew me away. Could I make more money if I had Craig as my mentor? And you may choose to get more information on having Craig Proctor as your mentor. Or you might say the opposite. You know, this is not for me. And you go on your merry way and you just keep doing what you're doing. So someone type in Craig Proctor Call, no spaces, CraigProctorCall.com, and we'll get that out to you. I got something else for you. I have about 7,000 top producing agents in my private Facebook group. How many of you would like to get an invitation to rub shoulders with Craig Proctor System members that are making over $1 million a year? Just sit there. You don't have to talk to them if you don't want to. You can ask them questions, or you can sit as an observer and you can learn from Millionaire Agents. If you want to be part of my private Facebook group, type into the comments below, private group, and we'll get an invitation out to you. And again, if you haven't smashed the like button, give me a little like or the little heart, hit on that, because that tells the algorithm you really like this stuff. This is how Facebook works, by the way, right? The more people that interact, Facebook thinks, the algorithm's like, well, this is really good stuff. We need to show Craig's content to more real estate agents. You, by the way, can hit the share button, and you can share this great information here with any real estate agent that you know. Maybe you want to share it with your broker owner, because your broker owner definitely wants to help the other agents in the office. Okay? We're talking about how do I attract high quality buyers and sellers by making an offer they can't resist. Here's how we do it. We offer something they really want and they call us. How do we know they're good? Because they called us. What are the bad leads? The ones you're calling. You're calling and you're calling and you're calling. And when you finally get someone on the phone after 50 attempts or 100 attempts, they're like, why are you calling me? I didn't request that. I'm not interested. They hang up. Aren't you tired of that? Why would they tell us to do that? Well, the people selling the leads want you to buy the leads. Look, if you stick with something that's not working for you, you don't deserve the prize. You've got to change things up. If you are not happy where you are in your business right now, you've got to say, well, my present routine is not getting me the results I want in life. I need a new routine. I need someone to teach me So show me how to do this business properly, how to have the right mindset, how to have the right approach. I will introduce you to agents making millions and millions of dollars with the Craig Proctor system. So be part of the private group, type in private group, and we'll get you in there. So let me know your comments here today. Do you agree with the points I'm making? You know you're a good agent. You know you care about your clients, right? You work hard. When I first got into real estate, I thought, well, that should be enough, right? If I know the rules, I'm ethical, I'm a good person, I work really hard, that should be enough. Look, lots of great restaurants go to business every day in the country. Lots of good restaurants go to business. They've got great food, they got awesome service, and around the corner, there's another restaurant that stays in business. It's got horrible food and terrible service. Marketing, right? It's your offer. You're a good person, you work hard, you deserve to have more success. Let's coach you up on how to make killer offers so buyers and sellers, all of a sudden, they notice you. Now, not only do they know who you are, they understand what you offer, what you have, what makes you different and better. This is so important. A lot of these fake coaches, what they teach you is, oh, you just do branded advertising. Just make sure you get your face out there. No, I'll prove to you right now that's terrible advice. How many of you, let me know in comments below, how many of you have had a friend or a relative list a house or buy with another real estate agent? Let me know in comments. It's hurtful, right? Has that ever happened to you where you've had a friend, a relative, a past client, somebody that knew you quite well and they didn't do business with you? They chose to go with another agent. So that blows the argument out of the water about, well, you just got to get people to know you. Nope. These people knew me. They were in my family. They're friends. Someone I went to high school. It's got to be more than, oh, they just know who you are. Just because they know who you are doesn't necessarily mean they're going to list their home with you. It's got to be more than that. They've got to not only know who you are, but they've also attached to that identity of who you are. They have to understand what makes you different and better. So they want to work with you and only with you. Fame in real estate is manufactured. I manufactured it. Nobody knew me. I had no money, no experience, no confidence. Within 36 months, #1 RE/MAX agent in the world. And I was the #1 RE/MAX agent in the entire world. Many years. I sold over 10,000 homes. And I'm sharing with you today how I did it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give me your comments below. Do you agree with this? Do you not agree with this? Do you think, yeah, Craig's right? It's hard to get people on the phone. There's a gazillion real estate agents. They're all running around saying the same thing, doing the same thing. If you're frustrated, don't leave this business. Don't give up. Even if you're successful, you might be trading your life for this. I know lots of agents that are selling 40 or 50 homes. They don't get to see their spouse. They don't get to play with their kids. They don't go to the gym. They don't have time for shopping or getting in a round of golf. That's not the way life is supposed to be. You got into real estate to have more freedom. How do we get more freedom? We got to have more money and we got more time. Okay, you got to have both. If you have more money and you're working all the time, you're unhappy. If you got lots of time and you got no money, that's not going to work either. You need a system. You need a lead generation system so that buyers and sellers seek you out. They're contacting you. Those are the good ones. That's who you're going to spend your time with. And that's how you're going to make a lot of money following Craig Proctor. Make sure you turn on notifications, smash the like button. Thank you so much for watching. This has been real estate coach Craig Proctor. I hope I got you motivated. Go out and do this stuff. Book your call and we'll see you on the other side. Take care. Have a great day. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. #1 is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're gonna see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's gonna let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.